All right, welcome back to another episode of Never Had a Bad Day.
Yo, Evan, wait, he's making noise back there, bro. Go upstairs.
As you guys can see, well, maybe you don't know, we're in your new dorm.
Wait, are we actually filming the pod right
No,
now?
we gotta restart the intro, bro. JT's such a purist, bro. It's just
I know, dude. I'm really here for the conversations. All this crap, dude, is major distraction. I just want to get to know you, man. Dude.
Are we actually filming a pod right now? I'm actually confused, bro.
Bro, this is the best intro ever.
we can't.
I need an answer, bro. Yes.
We're about to. All that's going in. I hope you know that. All right, welcome back to another episode of Never Had a Bad Day. You guys might recognize the strapping young man here to my right, your left. His name's Graham Furtick.
What's good?
I'm sure you guys probably all know the lore, but we rocked a pod together for about 2.5 years, I think.
We had a
right?
legendary run.
We had a little bit of a run, and God knew it was time for it to be over. And literally a year later, like I dropped the first episode of Never Had a Bad Day last August.
That's crazy.
So we're in August 2026 now, and you're hopping on your first episode of Never Had a Bad Day. So welcome,
full
my
circle
brother.
moment. I'm honored to be on here.
Full circle moment. But let's get down to the nitty gritty here. We got Mr. Graham Furtick,
Yes,
PGF.
sirski.
We like to call him, internal language. You guys wouldn't get it. Bro, how do you feel, man?
Feel good.
You feel good?
I mean, I'm excited. I never got a chance. I wasn't really clouded when the
When the Youth Nation pod was going, yeah.
Dude, that hurts my feelings,
I wasn't
bro.
good enough for the Youth Nation pod, but
That's
I'm glad.
not.
I'm glad in the Never Had a Bad Day era. Like, I'm
You're popping now.
I'm
yeah.
pumping. Y'all only want me when I'm up, though. Like,
No.
it's cool though.
Yeah, we bought low. We're riding high, you know what I mean? No, I'm stoked, bro. I'm just excited because I feel like when I was exiting, you were kind of entering your new season, your new era.
Right. So
But we
you kind
haven't
of missed the whole
Yeah, I've
chapter.
missed everything.
Right.
As much as I can see,
You've
online.
been an absent father.
I'm sorry, bro. I want to try, son.
We're gonna heal.
This is good for us.
Little therapy session.
Yeah, a little therapy session.
Let's do it.
So what do you feel like you're struggling with the most right now, son? I'm just kidding. No, but I'm stoked because I just literally as I said, I've only been able to see kind of from afar, what you've been doing and everything the Lord's been using you for. So I'm just stoked. I mean, who cares about all this camera nonsense, lighting nonsense?
Screw you guys.
My producer, Michael, behind the camera. Dude, we don't like editing pods, bro. We like to run that stuff as is.
Everything. Pure.
Sorry. I didn't
No,
mean
you're good. Anyway, before we get going, though, the Lamb Fabrique family's got a little gift for you.
No.
Which happens to be,
No.
the genius is behind the camera right now.
Oh, no.
He doesn't like to show his face. Even on the podcast I did with him, which took about 4 years,
Still didn't even
he
show
still
his
didn't even show his face. Let me put this mic down.
Bro, he's faceless.
Wait. Okay, so we got a little t-shirt for it.
Hey.
Yo.
All right, so this is our Christian. Help me out here. What's he? Yeah, it's a void tee. You see, we got this subtle distressing.
Bro,
see
every time I
the
turn
word
to look, you
white,
keep turning.
You know what I mean? But
That's tough.
this isn't just a white t-shirt.
Okay.
We're about to just give it a little custom touch here.
Okay.
Ah.
This is a
Okay.
live art demonstration.
Okay.
So we're on the back here. We can't just give you a white t-shirt, even though it is gas. So we're about to do a little custom work here. Wait, can you film this on your
I
phone?
can film this on my phone.
So I'm gonna give it a little living room touch. You know what I mean?
Oh.
You know what I mean? So
Okay.
we're just gonna go here.
Okay. This guy does it all, man. Okay. Okay.
Custom lamb living room guy.
We're doing it live, baby.
We'll do it live.
Not bad.
This is one of one.
One of one, bro.
There'll never be another one like it.
There literally will never be another one like it.
This is coming out very nicely.
Yeah,
Give it some shade.
Yeah.
That's tough.
I'm actually never wearing this.
In like this sucks, or like this is too much like art to wear.
Nah, this sucks. I'm joking. I love it. I'm joking. I'm joking.
All right, brother.
Wow.
One of
Living
one.
room,
Live art installation.
Should I put it on right now?
I think you should.
I don't have a
They
shirt
won't
on
be able to
under
see it,
this.
but there it is, brother.
Let me hold it. Jersey swap
Jersey swap.
for the thumbnail.
Yeah.
That is legendary.
Yes, sir. So
Let's go.
now,
We need to display this for the rest of the pod.
yeah, put it out there. If you ever wanna, use this, we can scan that into the system, mass produce it. It's done.
There we go.
I'll think about that.
Could be
Just
tough.
think about
I'll
it.
think about
There's
that.
no
Could be
pressure at all.
Are you taking like a percentage?
Well, we can talk business later. We don't talk
Once we
numbers
cut
in
the
public,
cans.
you know what I mean? But bro, I'm stoked for this pod. I'm stoked to be back with Elijah. Before we get into the nitty gritty, we want to do a little new segment sponsored by Cowboy Water,
Ah.
the ultimate hydration source.
Okay.
And this game we're bringing back, and it's called If Preachers Weren't Preachers.
Yes, sir. Ski.
So we're
like
going to
it.
list some preachers that you know, and you're going to tell us if they weren't preaching, what would they be doing?
All right. Let me turn on business.
Okay.
mode.
Okay, turn on
let's do
business
this.
mode.
Let's do
Okay.
this.
Do you want to rock the first one, or you
We'll
want me to
go
do
back
it?
and forth. So,
Okay.
all right. First one, we got the one, the only, our dad, PSF. Coming in
PSF.
hot. It's hard to imagine, honestly.
Yeah, honestly.
Can I go he's the son of Sunday, so can he he would be a worship leader if not? But
Yeah.
That's
it
too
has to be outside-
close.
outside.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he-
outside
he-
of ministry, normally we try
He's
to
already
try to
goaded
shoot
for
that.
both of those things, I
Right.
guess. So
Okay.
let's try to think.
So this is like if he went a totally different route.
Totally different route. I think he'd be like a bodybuilder, low key.
Yeah.
You're right.
I'm trying to think of you could go that route, or you could go more artsy. I think he could be a fire producer
Okay.
type thing. You know
Yeah,
Like
what I'm
producer,
saying?
like beats.
No, like videos, right?
Like kind of
yeah.
directing,
Directing.
yeah.
I can
Dude,
definitely see that.
Director.
you know what? Director and also like movie script writer. He'd
Yeah.
probably be freaking
Low-key.
goated
Yeah.
for sure.
Or an author of fiction books,
Ooh.
because his storytelling's crazy.
I can
Yeah.
definitely see it, like some Stephen King type.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
But like the Christian version of Stephen King.
Maybe not,
All right,
but
we'll cut that.
I like that.
2 edits so far.
Yeah, 2 edits so far. We're doing good.
And they're not actually gonna get edited.
No, they're not.
All right. Who's next?
Okay. Next one, Elijah Lamb.
Ooh, that's okay. Elijah Lamb's
Yeah, talk to me.
he's one of my biggest role models in preaching.
Is he actually?
Yeah, I found I don't know how, but I stumbled across his videos, and I started listening to he has a playlist on YouTube of all his sermons,
Oh.
and I just started listening to them every night, and I think I have the whole playlist is listened to.
No
on
way.
YouTube.
You've hit the whole
Pretty
every
close.
video.
I know he has some newer stuff that I need to catch up on.
Right.
Been a little busy,
So yeah.
We'll get into that. We'll get into that.
but
We'll get into that.
yeah, he's okay. Elijah Lamb, if he wasn't a preacher, this is tough. He's a genius.
I know. He's smart.
So I feel like he'd be a professor, on some Goodwill Hunting stuff.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
wow, yeah.
I do.
That's pretty solid.
Professor. Is
Yeah.
that-
I was
That's
gonna
a
say
valid term.
debate maybe would be the only other thing I'd say,
Oh.
but again, that's kind of a cop out because it's already kind of what he does.
Right.
What? Yeah.
Yeah, I could see the professor for sure.
I like that. That's good.
Yeah.
All right, you got the next one.
The next one we got is my boy Charles.
Charles Metcalf?
Metcalf.
Bro, you'd be a model.
100%.
Or a cyclist.
Yeah.
If
He'd
you're
be on the
tapped in,
Tour de
you know.
France, or he'd be in Paris.
Yeah.
Paris Fashion
He's
Week.
going to be in France either way.
Either way, he's in
One way or
France.
another.
That's great. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
And that makes total sense.
That's on the money.
He still might,
Could be.
He kind of is to some a
Yeah.
fashion influencer.
for sure. Okay, we got our boy P. Rich.
Ooh, P. Rich. Bro, I feel like I could see him as a politician.
Politician.
I would
You know what I'm
vote for
saying?
him as like mayor for sure.
Yeah, mayor of Miami?
Yeah.
He kind of
Yo,
already is that.
He is the key
Kinda,
holder.
yeah.
He's the key holder. I think he did get a key for sure.
Nah, I feel like
That's
he
good.
could put on like a fire campaign.
Yeah. And then, bro, when he does that like slick back like hair, you know what I
Right.
mean?
He can look
Yeah.
real like studious.
He tucks
Yeah.
the shirt in.
Right.
Yeah. And he put pretty much like Mog every other politician.
That
You
is
know what I
true.
mean?
That is true.
Unless Charles Metcalf.
yeah, then we're in trouble.
Between cycling and modeling,
He's gonna be
he
too
ran
busy.
for office.
Cycling.
Yeah.
He'd be in trouble.
You know what I always thought, because, well, I'll just say it and then I'll say why, because, is I think he would be an actor in a different
Oh.
life.
Like DiCaprio.
Bingo.
Yep.
He looks so much like
For sure.
Decap,
Yeah.
and he's so like, I don't know, bro. He's just so smooth.
He's
you know what I
doing
mean?
Shutter Island in another life.
100%, dude.
Yeah.
No question. All right,
Last
we got one more.
We got Judah.
Can I go stand-up comedian?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, Elijah Lamb could be a fire stand-up, bro.
Yeah.
I'd be-
Yeah.
okay, we'll go back to Judah. When I be listening to Elijah Lamb, I'm like, bro, are you sure you don't want to be a comedian?
For sure. There's still time,
There's
bro.
still
Double
time.
check
You're
with
young,
God.
dude.
You can do it, bro. But I feel like Judah, like, genuinely, there's nobody who can make you like belly laugh like that in
Yeah.
a sermon.
Literally,
it's,
bro.
It's unreal.
Unreal.
The, like, and even just his raw ability as a communicator, like, top of the tier, top of the list communicator, not even preacher,
Right.
just like with a microphone in his hand.
It's
No
over.
doubt.
There's nobody.
Or
better.
in a room like this,
Yes,
it doesn't
bro.
matter.
That's we could be on the phone, me and
Right.
him, one on one, and he's
Right.
gonna make me laugh.
For
Cracking up, yeah.
dude.
He's got
His
it.
bits
Shout out
are
Judah.
just
Bro.
unbelievable.
It's unreal.
It's in his bones.
I know,
It's
it
unreal.
really is, bro.
P. Rich
It's-
is funny too. I can see.
Oh,
him
yeah.
going into comedy for sure.
Yeah.
It's a good pipeline, preacher to comedian.
Yeah.
For sure.
There's a lot of
Has anybody done that?
similarities.
You know what? Okay, you
Me
know
and
what
Dad
I've
were
always
actually
wanted to
talking
see
about
though.
that.
What?
Comedian to preacher.
Ooh.
We
Bro.
get Nate Bargatze doing some. That could
Some
be fire.
preaching?
Could be crazy.
I,
You never know.
We need
If
to
you're
see
a comedian, man. Hey,
Think about it.
it. Hit us up.
consider. Hit me up. Hit me up.
Come preach at living room.
We could trade.
Right.
We can swap with Elijah Lamb.
Oh, bro, that's so
Or me.
good. Well, bro, like I said before, I'm just super fascinated with kind of your journey, and it all seems to have happened so fast. Maybe kind of just like, and maybe for those of you who are, you know, just maybe finding out about Graham or whatever, or you know nothing about him. I met you when you were still in high school.
Right.
You were doing your thing, bro. You were going to school. You were wrestling, hanging out with the boys.
Bro, remember when you came to the match?
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
dude, that
won
was
the state championship.
electric, bro.
That was lit.
That was so lit. Your dad was like in a suit.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, he did pull up in a full suit.
Legendary.
Yeah, no, that flick's legendary. Pop it up on the screen right here.
Don't pop it up on the screen.
It's out there though.
Don't do it.
I'm like telling my editor to like pop it up on the screen. It's just me.
Just like slowly coming up and down.
You see it come up, and then I say don't.
And then it goes down.
Maybe
no.
I should do comedy.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, dude. You
Just kidding.
you still got time.
He's our little comedian.
He's our little comedian. No, but you were just bro. You were a high schooler. You were doing your thing, sports, chilling, whatever. Coming to youth group, blase. And then I leave. A year goes by, and all of a sudden, bro, I just feel like you're on fire, bro.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
can't be stopped. You start this ministry called The Living Room. You're doing your thing. So like the first question for me is like, what happened, bro?
Yeah.
Like, what was like the flip of the switch where you were just like, oh, it's game time?
Yeah. But I was thinking about this today, and like, I wish there was a moment I could like nail where it's like this drastic story, like I was, driving my car and the Lord like spoke to me and he said start a Bible study, but like there was never anything like that. It was all like just a gradual, like where it really started, I would say, was like sophomore year of high school. I started reading the Bible for myself. I had like a good knowledge of the word just growing up in it, stuff like that, like going to church every Sunday, going to Christian school. But like sophomore year, I decided like, it's actually from y'all's live pod at Youth X.
Whoa,
you remember when they were like, my dad was like, what would it look like if you chose to read your Bible every day? Like, what would your life look like next year? Yeah. Bro, I took that so seriously. Yeah. I was like, I'm gonna do that every day. And I kind of like put some of my like wrestling disciplines of like stuff I was already doing every day. And I started to like apply that to my spiritual life. Started reading the Bible every day. And it like just started to slowly transform my life. And so it wasn't this like one moment I turned from everything and gave it all up. I wish it was that, but it was like just getting in his word and getting it like deep into my heart started to like slowly transform my life over that year. And then we started the Bible study just because we were like, a couple of my friends were reading the Bible too, and we were kind of doing some stuff together, and we were like, okay, what if we started like hanging out, talking to each other about this stuff? Dang. So it was still just like a slow thing of like, hey, the Bible has changed our lives. Let's start talking about it together. Right. So we started doing that, and it was mad simple. We would just open up our Bibles every Sunday night, and like we did it for like almost a full year, where it was like just 4 people showing up, maybe 10 people would come, like, but we were just doing the same thing over and over again, always opening up the door. And then like last summer, bro, it just started going crazy. Like, I just heard them. What was that?
We're actually in Graham's dorm, guys. Fun fact.
We are.
Shout out Elevation College, but.
Shout out. Facts.
Okay. Where was I? Summer,
yeah.
Kids just started like pulling up, like.
And this is just something you were doing like at your house, like chill.
Literally.
Yeah.
And so like,
I'll just be chilling in my room on Sundays, and I walk out there's like 20 boys there. I'm like, yo.
And so like dudes started coming, and it just kept like growing every week, and we were never like trying to make it anything. We never had an Instagram account, like we never had any of that. But then like it just started to really become something and like gain identity. Some of our like youth pastors started coming and like helping out with it too. We started doing worship, and then we put the name on it, the living room for the Bible study, and bro, just the rest is just history. Like, just every week God kept showing up, and like his presence just kept being experienced in a new way. Yeah. And like literally I remember the first time just seeing kids like crying like it's the last night of a youth camp, just encountering the presence of God. And then maybe in the next week, like they encountered the presence of God through the message. Like there was something that was said that everybody was like, oh, like that makes sense. And so they were encountering it in that way. But like whatever it was, week after week, the presence of God was there. Yeah. And we just found that like kids want to come and experience the presence of God. Dang. Like that's what they want. And the more we like made that the priority, and the more like we made it just about that, it started to grow, and now it's turned into like something we never planned for or wanted it. I mean, obviously I wanted it to be this, of course, but I never even could have imagined it being what it is now. And so like that all happens, and I'm still just in high school. Like I'm still just doing my thing, you know? And so I'm still wrestling, and then like living room started to consume a lot of my time. And so I'm like, okay, I had this sport that I love, and I'm pretty good at it, and I like want to go to college for it, but I'm also like stepping into ministry. And so I was like, I think I'm going to try to do both. But then living room just kept taking up more and more of my time. And so I was like, I think I want to just give all my time to the living room. And so like started doing that. And now like I just graduated in May. It's August now. I just graduated in May. So this is my first summer like doing it, not being a student, and it's been crazy. But yeah, it's been a crazy couple months.
Yeah, that was actually my next question is, with how invested you were in wrestling, and not to glaze this guy too much, but just so y'all know, like we were saying, he is a multiple time state champ, absolute beast of a wrestler. Like, you were locked in on it. So can you speak a little bit to that struggle of having, I mean, you were committed to Garner Webb, and I remember at that time you just kind of sharing with me how tough that was to have to call your coach and tell him you're going back on that decision, or what different people you were wrestling with at the time might have thought of it. So can you just kind of talk about that? Like, was that a struggle having to drop wrestling to like pursue what you're doing with the living room?
Yeah, I feel like honestly my answer would be no. I feel like the glamorous answer and the answer that gives you the most like credit in the Christian world is to be like, yes, like I had to give it up, sacrifice it on the altar, give up everything I wanted, my dreams, to step into the ministry. But I found so much joy in it. And like, I have journals where I was praying the summer before everything started happening, where I was praying like, God, I want to be used by you in a big way. Like, I want you to do things through me. I want to see my friends impacted. I want to see my school change. I want to see our youth ministry like start to experience like something fresh, something new. So I'm praying all these things, and now they're starting to come into fruition. And it's like, I love wrestling. I love my teammates. I love my coaches. I love the college that I'm planning to go to. Like, I love all that stuff. But I'm like, I prayed for this.
Right.
And so it was like, how could I like be like, no, God, I know I prayed for this, but let me put it aside for these next few months to do this wrestling thing, and then I'll come back to it. It was like, no, I'm going to step into this now. And so like, I don't want there to be a narrative where it's like I was insane at wrestling and I wasn't that good. Like, so like, it wasn't like I was giving up something crazy. Yeah. I just felt like this is what God's plan for my life is. And I don't think one was bad and one was good. Right. I think it was just like, where am I going to be able to give my all to God and like walk and live in my calling? Does that make sense?
Yeah, bro. That's super good. Sure, super good. So you talked about how much of an impact it made, like kind of hearing Dad jump up and be like, how much of a difference would it make if you read your Bible every day? So currently in your life and over the last year, how do you fit reading the Bible and just spending time with God into your daily routine? And how do you like make sure you keep yourself accountable with staying consistent with it?
Yeah. It's tough. It's really tough. I remember like when the living room first started, being like, oh my gosh, like I have to prepare a message for these kids. Like there's nobody else who's coming to like do this message. I have to do it. Right. And being like completely clueless on like how to do it, because it's such a internal process. So like even growing up with our dad being who he is, it's like I was like, oh shoot, I've been watching him do this my whole life and I don't know how he comes up with this stuff. And so like, and then you try to like ask a bunch of people questions. So I'm trying to like ask Dad questions and Pastor Judah questions and Pastor Charles questions, like anybody I can, but it's like you still have to figure out your own process for how you prepare a sermon and for how you get ready to preach. And so I was really struggling in the beginning, balancing that and homework and friends and other stuff, family, all that, with reading my Bible. Like it was a for real struggle at first. And after like, it had been like 2 years of consistent like Bible reading, Bible studies, all of that. And all of a sudden like the Bible started to be like, I need to have time where I'm getting sermons, but then I also need to have the time where I'm reading it alone with God to be fed so that I can go and feed other people. Right. So I think it was like a process of learning that. And I had gotten...
And how do you differentiate that and like make sure... I don't know. I feel like it's hard with how much it overlaps.
Yeah, I don't know. I wish I knew. Like, we need to get
a great answer.
Let's get Elijah Lamb on. But
should I FaceTime?
But I don't know, and I feel like I'm still like learning all that, being 18 and doing this, and so I'm still such a student of it. But I feel like I had gotten to a point where I had gotten really comfortable and really consistent with my habits of like getting in the Word, reading the Bible. And now there's this new thing that was kind of disrupting that. And so in the beginning, when I wasn't in good habits, it was very important to have like accountability, having people, group chats that are like friends that are holding me accountable. Like for reading, I'm sending them what I got from my, you know what I mean? Like it's somebody who's making sure that we're both staying on track. Then I got to a point where I didn't need that anymore. But then I got to a point where I did need that again. And so I remember like going to dad and being like, hey, there's some stuff I want to read in the Bible. Would you like go through it with me? And we could like read it together, and we go back and forth every day. Like we switch off sending a verse with like a little takeaway from it to each other. And so I had to get back to that like accountability piece. And I feel like that helped me. Now I'm back in the flow that I once was in. And so it was a learning process. But I think like, did you say like advice? Like what was the original question?
It's just like how do you fit the reading the Bible and spending time with God into your daily routine?
I think it's more simple than we think it is. I think it just has to be like your number one priority. Yeah. And I think like we all, whether it's conscious or unconscious, make a schedule for every day of what we're gonna do, and stuff gets our priorities. Like we put things above other things. Right. And I think the temptation is to put like reading the Bible, time with God, to put that stuff last and like let it get bumped all the way down in your priority list. And then even like, for me, it's really big to have time that's set apart with God that I have nowhere to be. Right. And there's no one who needs to get a hold of me. And there's like nothing going on that like even if I am like, okay, there's 30 minutes here, I could read my Bible, and there's like this window during the day, but then I'm going to have to leave. I feel like I can't, like, my analogy is like, you ever been with like a friend and you're hanging with them, but you know they got like something that they're about to go do after like they're hanging out with you, and you feel like you like aren't getting quality time with them because they have like something else to be doing. But when it's like just me and you and we're just hanging out and you have nowhere to be and I have nowhere to be and we're just spending quality time together, I feel like that's when like me and you get to know each other the best. And so I think like for me, the point of reading my Bible, the point of spending time with God is to get to know him and to like grow in my knowledge of him. And that happens the best when I have time that's set apart. It's like I got nowhere to be. Like it's just me and God. And even like somebody gave me advice on like the preaching thing. They're like telling me how it's so important to have that time. And he was like, you need to have time set out every day that the president could call you. The most important person in the world could call you. And it's like, nah, like that time is set apart for me and God, and I'm gonna be there no matter what. And so I think practically like that time is best in the morning because you can wake up whenever you want to wake up to set apart that time. You know what I mean? Like that's the most controllable part of your day for nobody to like be bothering you, trying to get to you. And so I think practically the best habit is to like set apart time in the morning and be responsible enough to like be able to wake up. And so like, I think that would be my answer.
That's super good, bro. Super helpful.
Yeah, that's great. What do you feel like is something, it doesn't have to be crazy, but what's something you feel like you're learning like right now?
Right now? So I had some like, one of the things I was like almost convicted about was that I was preaching, but there was some like books of the Bible that I hadn't read like fully. Like I hadn't read the Bible cover to cover. And so I hadn't read like Leviticus, Numbers, like I hadn't read all of like Ezekiel and 2 Chronicles. And so that's the stuff me and my dad were working through, trying to, and so I just like, I'm kind of embarrassed to say it because I like have been preaching, but I just finished like reading the Bible cover to cover. Gotcha.
First of all, don't be embarrassed because I guarantee you there's some people who have been Christians for 50 years who have probably never done that. 100%. You're 18 years old, bro.
For sure.
Definitely don't be embarrassed about that.
This might get like too lofty because I'm gonna have to like pull it up. But when we were in Leviticus, it's tough, you know, like it's a hard book to read through.
Pull something out of it that's like practical for your life.
But then like there'll randomly be a crazy like gem that you like find in Leviticus, and I think it was really cool like reading it with the like meta narratives, like the overarching theme of it, and seeing like how much Leviticus was needed for Jesus to be important and for Jesus to like fulfill everything. And even there's just some stuff that you'll be reading and you realize like, oh, that's what Jesus is going to come and do perfectly and fulfill.
Right.
And that's why like, oh, I can't do that. And then, so I think like seeing like Jesus through Leviticus, through a book like that, where it's easy to be like, what is this? Like, what am I reading? But when you like sit down and you spend time being like, okay, like I know I'm tired. I know I don't really want to be reading this, but I'm gonna like dig and like really do some studying. I found some like I saw some cool stuff in Leviticus. And so I thought, that was recently that I was like reading through that like a couple weeks ago. And so that was fun. Yeah. Not fun. I wouldn't say fun. Interesting.
It can though, when you get, revelation. It's like, bro, that moment is crazy. You know what I mean? Like, totally. That's dope, bro. I love that so much. I think that's such a good encouragement for people. It's like, you don't have to be intimidated by these OT, books that are a ton of genealogies, or you're learning about the law, and all these intricacies. It's like it all points to a bigger story that God has been telling and continues to tell. Yeah.
I think like Leviticus is where like the Bible reading plans die.
Oh, every single January, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like Genesis and Exodus. You're like, this is the best book of all time. This is the best book I've ever read. Yeah. And then you get to Leviticus and you're like, what is this, bro? What is
My dad has a thing that he says is like, it's leave it and cuss, like Leviticus. So
leave it and cuss. That's so good. This is so random, bro. But he told us, I can't remember. He told us one time, or maybe you told me that he said, I can't remember, but I've been like traveling a ton recently, and he was like, when I step into an airport, I always say,
I am not a human. I have no rights. That's his mantra that he repeats. And to get you like, because y'all know how it is. Like the airport employees are so OD and they're like, take your shoes off now. And it's like, you just have to accept like, I have no rights. I just gotta
I'm not a human being. I have no rights.
Take your shirt off.
Take your shirt off. Now I'm going to skate you with this freaking wand in this random room. No, I was just like, bro, just trying to get to Toronto this past weekend. And like, it seemed impossible. And I just had to keep telling myself that. Anyway,
that's practical stuff.
Yeah, bro. PSF gems. We're going to keep referencing them. So just get used to it.
It's impossible not to.
So, bro, I feel like as such a young person, and you're experiencing kind of this, like, obviously behind closed doors, right? You're experiencing like these moments with God that are like rocking your life, and like you're continuing to seek him more and more every day. But on the outside, like people don't always know that kind of like grind of like your personal time that you're putting into, but people would see like your visibility growing drastically. Like your IG follower count's going up. You got a viral TikTok, you know what I mean? It's, you're going and preaching at these youth events or whatever it might be. Like you're here, you're there, living room, looking crazy. How do you, as an 18-year-old guy who just graduated high school, how do you like continue to keep like purity in the sense of like preaching, like not letting this stuff get to your head, like those kind of things? Like, do you ever battle that like ego where it's like, dude, I'm the freaking man, bro? You know what I mean?
Bro, I think like, that's a good question. I think like there's moments where it's yes,
right,
where it's like, oh, like I do something, I'm like, oh, that was sick. But I think for the most part, and we've like even talked about this some, for the most part, I more battle with like almost like a false humility of like feeling like I'm not the man. You know what I mean? Like even feeling like I'm not the one for this. And I have this thing, like I was trying to explain to my dad, like it's weird seeing like stuff like that, like follower count go up, and it's like stupid stuff like follower count, or like even just the living room or preaching or getting invited to stuff. Because to me, like I'm still the same old Graham. You know what I mean? Like to me, I know like, all my lazy habits. I know like I love to come home and doom scroll, like,
Right.
and to me, so that stuff is like sometimes crazy to me, and it's like hard to process. And I think like I was saying, like when Jesus is like, when you pray, shut your door and spend time with your Father in secret.
Yeah.
Like the Father who sees in secret will reward you publicly. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yo, I might have just totally misquoted that.
Look at that.
But yeah.
Definitely the close
Let's
the
read
door
it.
part.
Let's read it.
Yeah, let's read it,
it.
bro. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
When you pray.
I love this.
All right. But when you pray, go into your room, close the door, and pray to your Father who is unseen. Then, then your Father who sees what is done in secret will reward you. And so I think like having a space, like for me, it's my closet where I'm going in and shutting the door and getting with God and like humbling myself before Him, where it's like I'm Graham here,
Right.
you know. And even like when the Father speaks over Jesus in Matthew chapter 3, where He's like, this is my Son whom I love, and with Him I am well pleased.
Yep.
And it's like this constant, like, I humble myself before God, and He speaks that identity over me, like, this is Graham, and I love Him, and with Him I am well pleased. And as long as I'm grounded in that, and as long as my foundation for my life is that I'm getting in that room, shutting my door, and praying to Him and humbling myself before Him, it's like the wise man who built his house on the rock. Like, the storms came, the rain came, the wind blew, but his house was built on a solid foundation.
Yeah.
And when my life is built and grounded on the foundation of the secret place, of like shutting my door, spending time with my Father, then whether it's trials, whether it's like you were saying, like people being mean or whatever, people hating, or even like good things happening, like stuff that's crazy that could also like do harm to me, you know what I mean? Like boost my ego and get me prideful. As long as my life is built on the foundation of the secret place with God, I feel like I'm good. But the times where I get caught up in the other stuff and I'm not prioritizing that time, where I'm humbling myself before God, that's when like my house is built on the sand. So that stuff comes and like, yeah, it does mess with me a little bit.
More, yeah.
And so it's like this constant, am I getting time alone with God where He's like, this is just Graham.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
sure.
put all that other stuff aside.
Right.
This is my Son,
Yeah.
and I love Him, and with Him I'm well pleased.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
bro. It's beautiful, dude.
Man, that's crazy.
Love that.
Okay, so hard topic switch, but I think we're seeing a crazy culture shift, in my opinion, at Elevation
Okay.
Youth.
Okay.
And Youth X was just crazy to me, man. Like seeing the energy, seeing how locked in the kids were.
Yeah.
It was generational to see. So I guess my question is, how was Youth X? Because he actually preached there too, if you guys didn't know. He absolutely killed it.
Yeah.
Absolutely killed it. We posted a clip from it. But
Linked down below.
yeah, we'll link it down below.
Has it been posted yet?
Yeah.
No.
Well,
Link the clip. Link the clip.
just link one.
We link like a photo stream to like the iPhone
Smug
video
mug.
my mom took.
But how is Youth X, and what type of a shift are you seeing in this generation in our church in Elevation Youth right now?
Bro, Youth X was generational.
Absolutely.
It was insane. It was the first time we've done this as a youth ministry where we did a separate camp for middle school and high school.
Oh.
So we've split them before, but they've been at the same time.
Right,
Yep.
right.
So middle school's at one location, high school's at the other. This year, we were at a college campus. Middle school got the first half of the week. High school got the back half.
Dang.
So we've never had anything like that before where the whole team gets to put it on and they're not getting split.
Right.
And so I got to be a part serving at middle school as like a rec staff kind of thing. But then I was also preaching and hosting and doing some stuff with that. And bro, like it was just crazy seeing like, I think I got like humbled and convicted because I think I've put like almost a limit on the Holy Spirit that He can only like work through high schoolers and like only high schoolers get the real encounters with Him.
Right.
But then I saw at middle school like these kids having genuine encounters with God.
Yep.
And I was like kind of rocked by it. Even on the first night, I was taken away And it really changed the way I was preaching the second night, and seeing the first night and the first morning, seeing how locked in they were. I was so fired up to preach, because I was like, I'm not preaching to kids. Like, not that the Holy Spirit can work through kids too, and kids can have encounters with God and all that. Like, don't hear me wrong, but like seeing how they were way more locked in than I was expecting. Yeah. And so like I was excited to preach, but I've also like never carried a burden like I was for that message to preach. And it's funny. I haven't, like, the sermon's not out. I'm really excited for it to come out. But I had the idea for this sermon, like, a long time ago. Like, and it's funny how it came, because I was, like, me and my dad were messing around in February. And we were talking about, like, passages that it would be, like, really hard to preach. Like, how would you do this? And we were kind of going back and forth on some stuff. And we were talking about, like, okay, how would you preach if you had to preach about when Jesus sends the disciples to go set the donkey free, because he's going to ride it into Jerusalem? Like, how would you preach it from the donkey's perspective? And we were like kind of talking about it, and then we landed on, like, what if it was like, if I ever get loose? Dang. And I remember, like, when we landed on that, being like, whoa. And like I have a note in my phone where I write down, like, anytime I feel like God kind of shows me something that's preachable, I write it down. And I wrote it down, and then it was just this idea I couldn't get out of my head. And I was like, when they asked me to preach at middle school, I was like, okay, I know the sermon I'm doing. Dang. And so, like, I was fired up about it. And then as we got closer, I started to, like, put some flesh on it and, like, really work it out. And I was so excited to preach it. Okay, this is such a funny story, and I haven't even talked to him about this. Okay. But this is, like, the scariest moment in my preaching. So, like, so far. Because the first night, I was like, I felt like I was almost done with the sermon, but I wanted to, like, get some eyes on it of like trusted people to see, like, hey, is there anything you would put on this? And so I was sending a voice message to Pastor Judah Smith about the message, because I love his preaching. He's like top 3 all time for me. Yeah. So I'm like, I want to get his thoughts. And I sent it to him. I sent him this long voice memo explaining it. And he texts me back, and I'm in the first service. And you know when, like, you get a voice message and you can't listen to it, so you read the transcript. Yes. And so he sent me, and I was like, okay, I got to wait to listen to it. But then I was like, oh, I got to see what he said about it. So I go to read the transcript, and it says something crazy, bro. It's like, you're stretching this text. Like, it was like, when I read it, it was like hating on the message. My heart sank, bro. It's like my hero, and he's like not rocking with the message, and I'm preaching it tomorrow, bro. So I remember, like, turning off my phone and being like, no, and my face is red. I, like, you know when, like, your ears are ringing? I can't hear, like, a word she's saying. I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? And then I was like, you know what, like, this is an attack from the enemy, bro. I started getting, like, real mad at him.
Blame the devil.
It's like,
through
bro,
Judah.
Like, no, like, I'm like, bro, like, he knows how powerful this word is gonna be. It's gonna set somebody free, and he's trying to, like, use one of my. And so I'm, like, going through this, like, I'm so up and down, and I want to, like, text my dad, but I'm also like, I think I can't tell anybody about this, like, because what if it is terrible? And so I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? And so I'm like, I don't even want to listen to it, bro. Like, this isn't good for me. Like, I'm gonna preach it. Yeah. And then I'm like, you know what? I am gonna listen to it. So I'm, like, in my dorm that night, and I play it, and, like, the transcript was so wrong to what he actually said, bro. He had actually said, like, it wasn't even close to what he said. I don't even remember what it was. He was being so kind about it, so encouraging, like, calling me up. He was so hype about the message.
That's funny.
And I felt this weight come off my chest. Before I was like, I'm going to have to preach a sermon that, like, I know Judah Smith already hates. And then I was like, okay, I feel good about it. And then, like, that day, bro, I was so nervous to preach, because it was honestly just wild, like, going from the year before, just being a student, like, just being at Youth X, to like the next year preaching at it
Yeah.
was like, whoa, like this is wild.
I think it's cool too. Like you put a lot of respect on it and honor on it, like
Yeah.
stepping on that stage.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah.
just because you've been there your whole life. It's like, oh, this is easy. It's like, no, you take
and
it
I think
serious.
like growing up watching everybody preach on that stage at Youth X specifically, I was always like, man, like one day I want to
Yeah.
be able to do that. And it happening like within a year was just wild.
Crazy, bro.
Even like it was middle school, but I was just so honored to be doing that.
Yeah.
And I was so nervous. I was carrying like such a burden for this message because I just really felt like God really wanted to like set people free that night. And I preached the sermon and like it felt good. And then we did this like moment at the end of like worship, but just like pure joy just filled the room.
Dang.
And I think this summer has like opened my eyes, and Youth X especially, to the fact that joy in moments where like the joy of the Lord is just so evident in a room through praise and through worship, that sets people free just as much as like crying at an altar.
Yeah.
Just as much as like being prophesied over. Like they're not like joy is down here and then like cry moments are up here. Like
Yeah.
they're actually both encounters with God that
Right.
transform us. And so like watching that moment happen, and like, bro, I've never been in a room of middle schoolers that felt like that. Like
it was unreal, bro.
it was
really
wild.
was.
And like,
And you can roll the clip too for sure. Like if we clip this part, because there's a pretty crazy video of.
it's like, yeah. And like, bro, it was just like a wild night.
Yeah.
And it was so much fun just getting to be on that stage. And then just the rest of the week was just, that was just
insane.
what it turned into, bro. It was just like
All week.
joy. Like I can't describe it any other way. And rhythm's just coming so different right now. Like the songs that they're putting out are like just filling our house.
Yeah.
And like our house is just such a house of praise and joy right now through like what rhythm's doing and what living room is doing and all these things that like Youth X getting to sing those songs, even the new song with SCU, the Jesus is our salvation.
Bro, that
So
song's
dope.
crazy.
That song just is like the banner of our youth ministry, and there's so much power in a group of teenagers lifting their hands and jumping and dancing and declaring like Jesus is our salvation. And I think we forget that like God is enthroned on the praises of Israel. He inhabits the praises of his people. And so when we like lift him up like that in victory, and we shout for joy and lift our banner, like the presence of God just meets us. And then like kids walk away different.
Yeah.
And it's such a different style of transformation, but it's like so evident in our youth ministry that is like a one way that God sets people free.
Yep.
And then even like I feel like coming out of Youth X, there's just been such a shift. Like even it's another rhythm song with the song Takeover, how it says like we're about to see revival like we've never known, like something out the Bible, the impossible. And I think like that song got our students just fired up about like God's gonna do something out the Bible through us. Like he's gonna radically change our church through us, and realizing like, oh, like it's us.
Right.
And also like my dad's done such a good job of like stewarding that song too, with like how it's very easy to sing about we're gonna see something out the Bible.
Yeah.
But it's hard to actually do the things that are in the Bible.
Yeah.
And like revival in history looks like people actually changing and turning from their ways.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so like in a real revival, like we're seeing bars getting shut down because people aren't going out to get drunk anymore. Like we're seeing genuine change. And I think that's something that our students are realizing, is that we don't just get to throw revival on a crazy worship night where 1,000 people came and jumped up and down. Like we don't get to throw revival on that because we went 20 minutes over in worship. Like that's not revival. Revival is when my school, we're seeing hundreds of kids that are like, they weren't going to church and now they're coming to church.
Yeah.
Like revival is when I went to Youth X and my family wasn't saved, and I come home and my family is coming to church with me now. Like I think our youth ministry is like, our eyes are being opened to that, to not only the power of our praise and like what that does, but also the power of our actions and how we're walking outside of the church.
Yeah.
It's been like, Youth X was such a culture shift for that.
No doubt.
And it's so sick. Even like being at church on this Sunday, we have a student section at Valentine.
No way.
Yeah, and so we've been
Like
doing
every Sunday now?
Yeah, we've been
Yeah.
doing that for like over a year now.
And the amount that it's shifted the energy in the room is insane, bro.
Wow, that's
It's
crazy.
night and
It
day.
shifts the whole room. And like before we were like saving like a few rows, and then it started to be like, okay, we're saving a whole section. Now we literally every week are saving an entire section for our students, and it filled up in like an hour before church started this week. The students are just hungry.
What?
Gosh, that's
Bro,
crazy, man.
Students are just hungry. They filled up
No
the entire section.
way.
And now it's like you look out into like the other seats outside the student section, and it's like there's just mad students.
And you see kids that are like seeing the energy that's going on down there, and they're jumping around in their seat too, even though no one else is jumping around them. It's crazy how it transforms.
It's like literally like our it's like our church is being taken over by the youth
Yeah.
right now, and it's so cool to see, and it's just so cool to see that they're not leaving it in the church building.
Yeah.
And that's my heart for it too, is like we would be missing the point so much if we just came in and jumped around and had fun and slapped the title Revival on that.
Yeah.
Like, bro, we got to walk this thing out.
Yeah.
And like, what good is it if we just come every week and like huddle up as the Christians together
Yeah.
if we're not gonna go into our schools and walk differently?
For
Yeah.
sure.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
what good is it for us to experience the joy of the Lord in a church building at Youth X and have these like crazy praise moments if we're not gonna go into our school and carry joy?
Yeah.
Like, if you're gonna walk into school with your head down, acting sad all the time, act like you don't want to be there, like that's not walking like a Christian. Like,
Yeah.
no, you need to walk into your school like you're happy to be there, like you're happy to be alive, like God placed you there for a reason. And like, even just I've seen in my own life, when you do that, kids are like, yo, like, what does he have?
Yeah.
sure.
Like, we're at school, it's 8 a.m,
Yeah.
and he's happy to be here, he's messing around, like he's talking to the teacher, like stuff like that. It's like, what does he have? Like, where's he been going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're naturally going to be attracted to like coming to church with you, or
Yeah.
doing stuff like that, like reading their Bible, coming to your Bible club, whatever it is, if you're walking it out, you know what I mean? And not just like coming to church and singing songs. And so
Yeah.
like, that's really my heart for our youth ministry, even this whole year, coming out of such a wild time at Youth X, such a wild time at Living Room this summer, like all of that. It's like, we got to walk this thing out.
Yeah.
You got to carry it in your school.
Yeah.
And like, I think kids don't realize, like, I tell people all the time, like, even like this, you're wearing the Living Room on your back, but more than that, you're wearing Jesus. Like, you're
Right.
wearing a Jesus jersey on your back if you're claiming to be his follower.
Yep.
And so, like, whether you want to or not, you're representing him
Yeah.
when you walk into school. And so, like, walk differently, bro. Like,
Yeah.
walk joyfully. Walk like you're called. Walk confidently. Like, be different. And then people are going to be like, oh, like, I understand now who Jesus is because of the way that you acted in
Yeah.
school. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think
No, 100%.
100%. That's so good. And that's actually what I was going to ask you about next is when you're walking differently, I think for a lot of people, it makes it hard for them to keep up their social circles that they have. Like maybe, you know, your boys are all just kind of living a different way than you are. And you're someone that, to be honest, like I have so much respect for you, bro, because not only do you get up there and preach and make stuff sound good, but like I really do believe that you live it out in your life with your values and with your morals. Excuse me. But yeah, how did you navigate moments of loneliness when you chose to do the right thing and not the popular thing? And how have you now built up your friend group in a way? Because I think you've just surrounded yourself with a lot of guys that genuinely love Jesus. And that's another thing that I think is cool that I see in your life is like, it's not like you just have some lame life now and you just cut off all your friends and now you're just alone in the prayer closet. Like, it's like, no, you actually have now created a great circle of people around you that also love Jesus. So I don't know. Yeah. What would be your advice for a kid trying to navigate that kind of paradigm?
Yeah, I think honestly, like, I'm still navigating through that, and there's still a lot of moments of loneliness. But like you said, like, God has put people around me, and so I think in the beginning it was very hard, like getting left out, getting not included, getting lied to, getting like feeling like you're being betrayed. Like, there was some like really lonely moments. And I found that like in those moments, Jesus really did draw near to me. Mm-hmm. And I have like moments I can remember where I was being left out by people or something like that, or like being discluded. and I could feel the presence of God with me and feel that like Jesus is the friend who sticks closer than a brother, and he's there for me. And so that would be my first encouragement. Like if you're going through that, like look for the presence of God in it. And like the Bible describes Jesus as like the man of sorrows. And I even think about him in the Garden of Gethsemane, like when he asks his disciples, his friends, he's like, yo, can y'all stay up and pray for me?
Yeah.
And he goes off and they fall asleep.
Yeah.
Like in that moment, he felt alone. And so like the Bible also says like, we don't have a high priest who can't empathize with our weaknesses. We have one who is tempted in every way, yet he did not sin. And so we get to like look to Jesus as the founder and perfecter of our faith and be like, he already went through this for me. And I was the joy set before him. And so like, he already went through this for me, and he's drawing near to me in this moment. And so I would just encourage you, like, Jesus wants to draw near to you in those moments where you feel lonely, where you feel discluded, where you feel like that. Like Jesus, he wants to draw near to you, and he is with you. Like he is the friend who sticks closer than a brother. And then I also like to tell people, like, being set apart is lonely at times.
Yeah.
Like God has set you apart for a specific purpose. And I even think about David being anointed, dripping with oil in the field, like feeding sheep, taking care of sheep. He had to have been lonely out there. But like part of being set apart is at times being lonely, but God had a purpose that was set out for him. Yeah. And so if he didn't go through that season of being set apart, of being alone in the field, of being in the sheep's pen, then he never would have been able to be in the palace. Mm-hmm. And so I think like God showed me that you have to go through those moments, but also God, we don't serve a God who wants us to do life alone. Yeah. Like he wants us to do life in community. Yeah. And so he's not just gonna like set you apart and like make you like grind and do everything alone. And he's gonna put people around you. And God has done that with me. Like every single year, he's put more and more people around me to be there for me in the exact season. Sorry, just sold the clip.
It's the Coke Zero, bro.
Real quick?
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope you know that is also staying in there.
Like God has just put people around me to be there for me.
Yeah.
For exactly what I need for the season I'm in. And so I would encourage you, like, God wants you. He doesn't long for you to be alone. He longs for people to be around you. And so maybe it doesn't feel like it right now, but he's going to send people that are going to be there for you. Yeah. And there's going to be friends. And then the other thing I would say is it's not our job we're not called to get saved and then just ditch all of our friends who don't know Jesus. Yeah. That is, bro, I can't with that. Like, that's you get so saved, and then all of a sudden all your friends who are like living a certain way, you just ghost them, you slam them out, like, I don't know you anymore. Yeah. Like, bro, they need what you have. Yeah. And it's your job to like bring them to Jesus. Yeah. Like I think about the friends who brought the paralyzed man to Jesus. They did whatever they had to do to get their friend who wasn't like them, who couldn't get to Jesus on his own. Like, they're like, okay, we're going to pick him up and we're going to carry him to Jesus. Yeah. And I think like, I can't stand when somebody gets saved and they just like abandon all their unsaved friends and they only surround themselves with Christian people. Like, yes, you're set apart, but also Jesus, like he sat at the table with sinners. Yeah. Like he was the friend of sinners. And the people who made him the most mad were the Pharisees who weren't friends with sinners, who like huddled in circles together and were only friends with each other. Yeah. And so like we're called to bring the light of Jesus into every like situation that we're in. And I even think about how Jesus was the friend of sinners and he was able to sit at the table with the sinners and not sin because he had spent his time in the temple. Mm-hmm. Because when he was little, where did they find him when they didn't know where he was? He was in the temple asking questions, filling himself up with the word of God, getting it in his heart, so that now he can sit at these tables with sinners, with people who aren't like him, and not be tempted by what they're doing, but bring light into it. Yeah. And so you need to be like having time where you are filling yourself up, where you're going to the house of God, where you're getting his word in your heart, so that now I can go back to my school and I can be in that same environment but now I'm not tempted to do what they're doing. Like, it's not even a thought in my mind that, like, I'm going to go and drink with these kids or whatever. Like, no, I'm literally here to do one thing, and that's to bring them to Jesus and to make an impact on them.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I just would say, like, don't give up on your friends just because you found Jesus.
Yeah.
Like, go after them.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus left the 99 for the one. And if you don't have any people in your life that aren't saved, what are you doing, bro?
Yeah.
Like, that's not how we're called to live. But then I would also say, if you haven't spent your time at the temple, then don't start spending time at the table.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, some people put the table time over the temple time. Right. And so now you're sitting at the table and you still have these past addictions and these like things you used to do that are kind of like calling your name, that are kind of tempting you.
Yeah.
And so you're not ready to do that.
Yeah.
And so like get the priority right, but also like live like Jesus and don't just like ditch all your friends because they don't live exactly how you live. You got to bring them to him.
That's so real, bro. That's so good.
Yeah, I love that, dude. I love that a lot. What's something like staying in kind of that like evangelism vein?
Yeah.
Like you found to be kind of like a good tool, or maybe you learned from a mistake you've made with somebody, or I don't know, like if you could give, a high schooler like a practical tip on like evangelizing to their friends, what would you say?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
That's a great question. I think like this is kind of a unique answer to that, but I think being yourself and being comfortable in your identity of who God made you to be is gonna make you set apart, is gonna make you like different, it's gonna make you kind of just glow. And getting comfortable in that, like I said, it's kind of the same thing, but people are gonna be naturally drawn to you and naturally want to go to the places that you go. And I think like use your life as a testimony as well. Yeah. Like think about Acts chapter 3 when Peter heals the lame beggar and the man starts walking, jumping, and praising God. And when the people saw him walking, jumping, and praising God, they recognized him as the same man who used to sit at the gate of the temple every day. So they're like, yo, isn't that the same dude who used to like be sitting here and now he's up walking and jumping and like being happy and being himself? Like, and then it says that they all came running to the temple because of the man's testimony. And so like your life is a witness, and the way that you live your life, like, are you walking in a way that's going to make other people run to God because of it? And I think sometimes we make it more complicated than it's not, more complicated than it is, when it's really like, yo, walk into your school like you're sent from God, like, and carry a joy that nobody else has, a happiness that nobody else has. Be kind to other people. Like, just be different. Be yourself. Dress how you want to dress. Like, dress cool. Like, and people are going to be like, isn't that the same dude who used to, isn't that the same girl who used to, and it's like, I want to be like that.
Yeah.
Where is he going? He's going to church on Sunday. I'm coming with him. He's coming to the living room on Sunday. I'm going with him. Like, and it's a natural, like, people are going to be drawn to you. And so it's like, you don't have to like, it says in, I forget where it is, but it's like, be prepared to provide a reason for the hope that you have to anybody who asks. And so it's like, people are going to ask you, like, why do you have this hope? Why do you have this joy? And so you're not even going to have to, you still go up to people, but you won't even have to go up to people and be like, have you heard about Jesus? Do you want to come to church with me? People are going to come up to you and be like,
what's going on
like,
with this dude?
I got to go wherever, I got to read whatever book you've been reading. And then like, boom, now the window is open for me to minister to them. And instead of me having to walk up to somebody coldly, and maybe I haven't been walking it out, and so they don't want what I have, and now I'm having to sell them on something. It's like, they're already coming up to you like, yo, man, how do I get what you got?
100%, bro. I think, I don't know if I'm like biased towards this, because like the whole like kind of way I live my life is never had a bad day, you know what I mean? Just like super joyful.
Yeah.
And my dad was that way, so I'm kind of like bent towards that way, I think. But like, I feel like, you know, you can look up statistically, like with this generation, it's like the most depressed, it's the most anxious, like, and so I think even more now, it's like when you can live your life in that way,
it stands out,
filled with the joy of the Lord.
Yes,
it's like it's an even brighter light because kids are desperate, like people in general, but the younger kids, I guess, like they're desperate to find something that can like cure this aching heart they have or this anxious, fearful like spirit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Pastor Michael Altacore has a fire message from Youth X last year about that, about how like joy makes you the minority. Yeah, like being in your school, being in your house, being in your friend group, whatever, and choosing to be joyful and choosing to not complain, choosing to not be anxious, choosing to not be depressed, it makes you the minority. And I think we think of like minority as like a negative term, but it actually makes you set apart. So I think joy is like one of the simplest evangelism tactics, bro.
100%, dude. This might seem like low hanging fruit, but hopefully it doesn't come off that way. But I think it's like super interesting. I mean, even just the fact that like you guys obviously have the parents that you have is always like an interesting thing to me, like just being around you guys a little bit. But even more so now that you're getting on platforms and you're leading a ministry and you have the parents that you do, I think I was like just really thinking about like this conversation with you, and like I don't want to be the guy who's asking you like, oh, like your parent, you know, whatever. It's like, dude, you're doing your thing, and like it's awesome. But I am interested because obviously you're the son of one of the most well-known preachers of all time and one of the greatest communicators of the past century. Yeah. Is there ever moments where you're like, man, God's called me to this preaching thing and he's called me to this ministry thing, but I feel like I have such big shoes to fill. Like, I can't do this, bro. Like, I can't be Pastor Stephen Furtick. Like, I can't fill those shoes. Like, is there ever that sort of stuff that like runs through your mind?
Yeah, I think like number one, I know like it's mandatory, you got to do that whole like thing, but I always like to tell people like, I'm not trying to like LARP and be like, I'm Graham, I'm not like, I earned this. Like, I know that part of the calling of my life is being like, is having the parents that I have. For sure. And I also love any chance that I get to talk positively about my dad publicly from a platform, because bro, people are such jerks.
It's
about
insane.
Him.
It's honestly insane.
Like the amount of just negativity from people who don't know him,
who've never
haven't talked to him, or even took the time to watch a full sermon. Your impression of him is from a 15-second clip that you saw on YouTube Shorts, and you've made up your mind about him. Like, it's just crazy the amount of dialogue. And so like, and the amount of people who do know him and choose not to talk positively about him. Right. I'm like, any chance I get to like talk about my dad and the man of integrity that he is, like, I'm going to take it. Yeah. And so I think, like learning how to preach in the house that I'm in has been a wild experience. And I think, bro, like in the beginning, I was like, oh my gosh, how am I gonna fill these shoes? But my dad is like, I can't explain it other than he's like this well of wisdom. And anytime I sit down with him, anytime I talk to him about stuff like this, like he always has like something to say that ministers to me and helps me so much. Right. One of the like things he's been on recently is this thing about like your brain has files. Your mind has files. And the file that you choose to open is the file that your brain is going to focus on. And I think like in the beginning, it was very tempting to hear my dad preach a fire word and be like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I'm never gonna be able to do that.
Right.
Like I can't do that. That's not me. And I can't fill those shoes. Like, it was hard in the beginning, and I think my brain did want to open that file a lot, but I think I've been learning, and something that my dad has even spoken over me is, I'm not called to be the next Stephen Furtick. I'm called to be the first Graham. And the world doesn't need another Stephen Furtick. They
Right.
already have him.
Right.
The world does need Graham. And the world does need you, like whoever you are.
Yep.
The world doesn't need another Judah Smith. The world doesn't need another Elijah Lamb. The world needs you. And so learning that, even what I talked about earlier, being the beloved, like, this is my son whom I love, and with him I am well pleased. So God looks at me, and he doesn't see my parents. He doesn't see my actions. He doesn't see my accomplishments. He doesn't see any of the platforms. He doesn't see any of that. He looks down, and he sees Graham, and he says, this is my son whom I love, and with him I am well pleased. And I think learning to preach out of the identity of a child of God instead of like the child of Stephen Furtick
Right.
has been big, but then also walking in the confidence that this is in my blood and this is what I was made to do. And like something Pastor Judah even spoke over me one time was like, look at the signs.
Yeah.
Like the third base coach of the universe is waving you home, saying this is what you were put on earth to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've been listening to sermon after sermon since you were 5 years old, like, and your dad is one of the greatest communicators ever.
Right.
Like, that's in my blood too. And so I don't have to preach out of trying to prove that I'm as good as my dad or that I can be the next him. I get to preach out of the identity of a son of God.
Yep.
And then also, like, my dad is just the best at not being like one of those like football dads that you would see who's trying to like relive like their what they didn't have through their son.
Right.
Like, he's not like putting all this pressure on me to do all these things. Like, I think I could hang it up tomorrow. Like, I could literally be like, I'm out. And he'd be like, okay, like, great. And I feel like every time I go to preach, knowing that my dad, like, he loved me before I started doing this.
For sure.
And he's going to love me if I stopped. And he's going to love me if this sermon sucks. Like, if it's the worst sermon ever.
Yeah.
My friends may be clowning on me, but my dad still loves me. And God still loves me because he
Right.
called me his son before any of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I think, like, it is intimidating, but to me it's more encouraging than intimidating.
For sure.
And even like we were talking about, we had our like staff rally yesterday, and like bro delivered the craziest word I've ever heard.
It was
like,
insane.
bro, my mind was blown. And I'm a guy who, like, I love greatness.
Yeah.
Like, I love greatness. I love watching. I could watch LeBron blocked by James. I could watch that over and over again because it's just greatness. I love watching the Michael Jackson movie because I'm like, this is the greatest pop star. Like, and greatness, like, it makes me emotional. Like, I was emotional watching The Odyssey because I was like,
Dang.
bro, this is greatness. Like,
Literally.
and when I was watching my dad the other day preach to a room of staff members in the big Valentine thing, and there's all these empty seats, and he's up there like preaching like he's at the biggest, like preaching his heart out. I call it like preaching like you're broke, like preaching like you got bills to pay. He's up there just pouring his heart out. Bro, mid-sermon, I was like a wreck, like literally just like crying because I was like, this is just greatness, bro. Like, the power of the Holy Spirit that's in him is undeniable.
Yeah.
And the anointing of God on him, like when you watch him, is undeniable. And like just the amount of like rooms that I've been in with him where he's preaching and it's not a full conference room. Like, he's at a breakfast for a bunch of wrestlers.
Right.
And they asked him to preach, and he did it because I wanted him to do it. Or he came to preach at my school chapel. And it's like, no matter where he is, it's the same heart, that it's not about any of that stuff.
And he puts the same amount of love into the message too. It's crazy.
Yes, and like he just wants to help somebody.
Yeah.
And like he just wants to like encourage somebody. It's insane. Like my grandma tells this story about him, about like when he was in kindergarten and there was some kid who was getting picked on by everybody else, and she said my dad got in the car and he wouldn't stop crying over the kid who was getting picked on. Like he wasn't even getting picked on. Dang. He was just crying uncontrollably over the kid. I don't know why they're so mean to him. And I feel like that's what he like is preaching for every week, no matter what room he's in. He's like, he just cares so much about everything that he does. No matter where he is, he's not going to have to do the job. He's going to give it everything he's got because he believes that God put him on that stage to minister to somebody's heart. And so like, even when I'm intimidated by all of that, I get to reframe my mind and be like, that's not what this is about.
Right.
This isn't about greatness. And Jesus actually said like, the people who go after greatness are actually the last in the kingdom. Yeah. And the way to be first in the kingdom is to lower yourself. And then Jesus even sets that example coming down to earth as a humble servant. That's actually how he gets exalted up into the heavens. And so like when that stuff gets intimidating, that I have to be as great as my dad, I'm like, my dad didn't become great by chasing greatness. He became great by humbling himself and by making it about helping people and ministering to people. No matter what room he's in, no matter how many people are there, it's still about the same thing. And so I get to do that. Like, and if I continue to keep my eyes on the main thing and keep the main thing, like the fire messages are going to come because I was thinking about the people. I wasn't thinking about the clips. I wasn't thinking about the followers. I wasn't thinking about the seats being filled. I wasn't thinking about any of that. I was thinking about the people, and I was thinking about Jesus, you know, and it's just, there's no substitute for it.
That's so real.
And humble yourself before the Lord and he will exalt you.
What's something, obviously you're killing it with preaching right now, you have been over the last year, but what's something that you haven't done yet that you're looking to get into, that you want to do in the next coming?
Outside of preaching?
Yeah.
Like something I just want to get into?
Yeah, it could be anything.
Like, we're not even talking ministry.
It doesn't have. It can be, but it doesn't have to.
I mean, I've been hearing you play the piano and whatnot.
Okay.
You did deny my call the other day because you said you were in the writing room. So.
Okay. I've been grinding on the piano. Took lessons when I was younger.
And be playing at like 3 a.m. out of my room.
I'm trying to get back into it,
bro.
Because I really just want to be able to. And I'm not gonna lie, like I've been getting kind of good, like. But I really just want to like be able to sit down at the piano and just like worship God. I think that'd be like such a fire way to just spend time with God, to like sit at the piano and worship him. So I've been trying to get into that. Been trying to get into songwriting too, because I think like I want to be able, me and my friends who are doing the living room, we want to be able to write songs for the living room and be like, what do these kids want to sing? And make like songs that are specifically for that, and like specifically like what the kids are wanting to sing to God right now. So I'm getting like, I want to get more into songwriting. Dang, bro, I'm sorry. It's the Coke Zero. I just lost my sponsorship, bro.
You did.
But I want to get more into piano, more into songwriting. But then like I want to give what's something silly that I want to get into?
What are you trying to get silly in,
bro? Because I'm trying to have more fun, you know?
For sure.
I've been getting like really into watching movies, bro. I've always loved movies.
That's so silly of you, dude.
But I'm trying to become a cinephile, bro.
Really?
Like I'm trying to become like one of those dudes.
Like you got the Letterboxd app.
I have Letterboxd. I've been grinding Letterboxd.
Okay.
But I'm trying to get to the point, like, you know when you're talking to a dude about movies and he's just mogging you?
Yeah.
I want to be able to
the type
mog
of dudes that
people,
calls
bro.
movie
Bro, that's
films,
this guy.
right? Yeah,
That's
bro.
Christian, bro.
You're a film, bro?
I love a good film.
What's your top 4?
Oof.
There Will Be Blood.
That's my dad's favorite movie.
Is it? I mean, you can't beat that. Fans and Threads, same
Okay.
I love Howl's movie Castle. That's a silly film.
It is silly.
I love Peter Pan.
Peter Pan is great, bro. Yeah. I'm just trying to become like where I can just talk to you about movies. And I'm just
You can
mogging-
riff on
I'm just
some
mogging
on some
you.
films.
Like, I'm talking
yeah.
about like directors and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that.
He just did. Yeah.
Go silly one here. Monsters University. Bro.
Oh, bro.
Banger. Banger.
That's like the 5th time it's come up with us in like
Bro, it's
2 days.
such a good movie.
It's
like
so good.
objectively, bro. Objectively, it might be the best college movie.
That movie
of all
made
time.
me want to go to college, bro.
Genuinely,
that's the only
bro.
reason why I went. It's because of Monsters University.
You get to college, it's nothing like
It's
Monsters
literally-
U.
I was so disappointed.
They don't even have the scare games.
Yeah.
bro.
dude, I want his hat so bad. That faded you
I have
Go
it,
get
bro.
it from my closet right now.
you
Shut up. Did you see that?
Monsters Inc.'s maxing for
For
That's
real?
true.
That's legendary.
That's
It's such a
crazy.
good film. Like the
bro.
director, bro, just went crazy.
Monsters
on it.
Inc. is good too, but Monsters U
I
is.
didn't even catch that. I was trying to like.
What happened?
I was trying to like cinephile Monsters. The director.
Do you know who it is?
James P. Sullivan.
No way.
Toss it.
No way,
Dressing and
dude.
everything, bro.
Bro, and it matches your fit right now,
Dude, baby.
dude. Wow.
Such a good movie.
Yeah, they
Look
sell
at
those John to
Christian.
Disney.
He's dumbfounded. So we're going to bleep everything out until we get to Monsters University.
So yeah, I'm trying to become a cinephile.
Yeah.
Also trying to learn the piano, write songs.
Yeah.
Dude, sounds amazing. It's a pretty well-rounded kind of like, this is what you want to do.
Bro, you have to have your hobbies. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you gotta have those things that it's like just fun to do.
Because
For
otherwise,
sure.
you're
Like-
just gonna stress yourself out.
Exactly. Just getting the boys together.
Yeah.
That's golf
ripping-
for me,
ripping
dude.
A good movie. Dude, okay, that's a good one.
Golf
I got into golf this summer.
Yeah, you
It's
went.
just so frustrating,
times.
bro.
You went with Nate.
Yeah.
Send me some videos.
Dude, Nate is terrible,
He's
bro. I'm not
buns,
gonna lie.
bro.
He's actually bummed.
The good
bro.
thing is he doesn't claim to be like good.
Right.
So
He's aware. He's
Yeah,
aware.
yeah, yeah.
And
Here's
He's
my
I,
thing with
aware.
golf.
hey,
Here's my thing
I'm
with golf.
buns too. I just want to put that out. I'm not trying to put myself above Nate.
You are so bad.
I'm terrible.
But you also don't claim to be good, so that's fine.
Here's my thing with
Austin's
golf.
nasty.
I'm not trying to be good.
Yes.
I think if you're good, it's low key lame,
Annoying.
bro. It's
Yeah.
low key lame.
Because they just be raging the whole time.
And
bro.
the amount of time you had, the amount of Saturdays you had to like spend out there playing 18 holes, like
Right.
while there's like actual stuff to be done, is like absurd.
So
But I
are you
wanna be to
calling-
the point where I
are
could
you-
go out and shoot like a 90 in like I went out today. I actually played today,
No way.
but I went in like t-shirt and shorts,
You were chilling.
like long shorts, because I also hate like that's what I hate about golf.
Like the attire.
I hate that they tell me what to wear. bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feels
like,
very demeaning.
I'm paying you, and you're like telling me what to wear. Like it's a game, bro. Like let me wear. And I hate like wearing like those
The polo.
polo,
so
bro.
do not invite Graham to your country club. Is what
Yeah,
I'm
No,
doing.
definitely
do
not.
invite me. I
You
will
will get kicked
wear
out,
whatever
bro.
you need me to wear.
The switch up's
For the
crazy.
lark.
So
But-
I just want to be clear here. So you're saying people are good at golf or lame, so we're calling Judah Smith lame. Is that what we're doing here?
No, because he's been playing his whole life. He's been playing his whole life. And he like
Also, Austin Corbett, your good
Austin
friend
Corbett,
and
you
confidant.
lame, bro. You lame. Austin Corbett, you're lame.
Do you guys need to get through, by the way, or are you just chilling? Okay, I just wanted to make sure I'm in your home,
We're
bro.
in
You
your
know what I mean?
space,
I don't
so-
want to be that guy.
Bro broke the fourth wall.
I know.
Your
another,
first
mother,
thought-
another movie term
First
right
rule
here.
of being a cinephile, bro. Use terms like that.
I'm actually weak, bro.
All right, bro. We can wrap this up soon, but you can't.
You ever see the dude who went on Joe Rogan and Joe's trying to like rap the pod? He's like, "Nah, I'm trying to let's keep going. I'm having
Yes.
fun." And Joe's like,
Joe's not
"Nah,
having it,
I'm
bro.
not having fun, bro. Is that you right now? You're saying you want to be done? Or no?
He's like, yeah.
No, I can't have both of you guys sitting on here and not like ask some like brotherly stuff. Just one question.
Okay.
That's it. That's all I got. Do you hate him? I'm just kidding.
Yes.
So I want to know. You're co-hosting, but I got a question for you.
Yeah.
I told you I wasn't gonna do this, but I lied.
Okay.
In the name of
gosh.
Jesus. Just kidding. So it's got to be crazy from your POV because like you're his brother, right? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it's the transformation's been crazy. What he's been able to partner with the Lord and accomplish is wild. Like what, as his brother, like what does that mean to you? Or like
Man,
what do you see?
It is honestly so cool. It's one of the coolest things I've ever gotten to see. I remember, so a little lore about my life. I was in the hospital about a year ago. I had to get a surgery on my neck. And
Which you were downplaying so crazy, but it was pretty freaking
it's pretty
serious.
rough. And then it got infected.
almost died.
Yeah, I got staph infection and had to go back to the hospital. It was a whole thing. But I remember getting out of the hospital, and my dad was telling me, like, yo, Graham's about to go preach at this youth night. I was like, Graham's about to go preach? Like, okay. Let me listen to this. And I remember, like, I was down bad, bro. Like, you know, if anyone's ever gotten out of the hospital, or even if you're sick, like, I've just been on the couch for freaking days, bro, just, like, rotting. And I remember my dad he would try to come chill with me because he'd feel bad. I was just, like, laying there by myself. I remember him watching the live stream of the sermon and me being like, because, like, bro, this is my little brother. Like, we be beefing all the time. Like, I'm going to want to hate on him, right? If there's anyone that's going to tell you that this dude is trash, it's me. And I was watching him like, wait, why is he low-key not trash, bro? Like, why is he low-key good? And ever since then, I mean, being a little playful, but ever since then, it's just been so cool to see, like, from that first time, I could definitely tell the gift that you have, but to see how much you've developed and just how faithful you've been to showing up every week and creating a community and a culture at the living room. Like, it's more than just like preaching sermons. It's you genuinely care about it so much. Baptizing kids, setting up a baptism night where you're having just hundreds of kids come in and like tell their testimonies and get baptized. Like, it's just so dope, bro. I really am proud of you. And it's like, it's funny because like I'm saying, like, I'm like, I don't know why. In my mind, it would feel like I would normally want to hate on him, but nah, bro. I fully am just proud of him, bro. And
Thank you.
It's cool. I get to, just for those of you guys that don't know, I help run my dad's Instagram.
No, but I was going to say too, like, I feel like in like Christianity, we have we elevate like the people with the mics in their hands and who are like leading the movements and doing all that stuff. And like, yeah, that's what like, you know, gets you on the podcast, all that. But I think like, I don't think God is using me in a bigger way than he's using Elijah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that the public obedience is a bigger deal than like the private obedience. So like you were saying, like, people probably don't know that he's running my dad's social media account.
It has been for
posting clips week after week that are getting thousands of views and reaching thousands of people and impacting probably more lives than I'm impacting through my ministry, you know? But it's like a hidden thing.
Yeah.
Like it's a hidden obedience. And so I think like I'm also so proud of Elijah because like he champions me and everything that I do, but like he's doing crazy things for God as well. Yeah, and so I think like even just he's my brother and I hate him, but like
outside of that,
God is using him in like a huge way, and I don't think God's using me more than he's using Elijah. I think God's using both of us, and God's using our whole family to like just advance the kingdom of God, and it's really cool to see.
Yeah,
so
and I think that's why I think I'm able to not be jealous of you and just be proud of you, is because it's like I feel like I have my lane that I'm in, and you have your lane that you're in, and yeah, that's just something that I keep realizing the older I get. Is like God gives everyone like very specific talents that are specific to you, and it just doesn't do you any good to compare what you're doing to what someone else does and think you have more impact if you're on a stage, or you have more impact if you're getting numbers. Like, no, you can have impact through just like using the gifts that God has given you, whatever that looks like. So
yeah, to glorify him and be unified under the same mission.
100%.
No matter what you're doing, if you're the hand or the ear or the foot,
the
all
toe.
part of the body. Or the toe. Dang, bro,
Dogs
you said
out
you were
for
going to show
free.
your feet. No, I love that. We got to have Abby on here next, I guess.
No.
no, I'm just kidding.
No, we do not. Last question, and then I'll let you eat your burnt tacos and go to bed.
I never sleep.
Oh, true. So normally, like my closing question is always like, if you could go back and tell your 16-year-old self something, what would you tell him? Yeah, that was like 2 days ago for you. So I guess like I know there's like so many things you could say and do say, but like if you could tell like a high schooler like any one piece of advice, if you could just tell him one thing, what would you tell him?
I think like seeing my, high school is far behind me, but
Right.
3
months.
Like seeing myself and like, putting myself in your shoes. It's kind of hard because it was so long ago, but I think I just want to encourage a high schooler that like it's all gonna be okay. You know, like you're young, and God has huge plans for you. And He wants to use you in a massive way, like in a huge way. God wants to use you to make an impact on your friends, on your family, on your school, on all of those things. And like, I know it can sometimes feel like we were talking about those lonely moments, or it can feel like when friends walk out of your life, or when your parents are fighting or anything like that, that it's like the end of the world and God isn't with you, but He is with you. Like, He is your friend and He is for you, and He does want to use you. And so like, it's all going to be okay. And the time is now to let Him use you. Like, He doesn't want you to wait till you're a certain age, till you've got your life together, till you've read the whole Bible, like anything like that. Like, He wants to use you now. And so it's all going to be okay. God has a plan for you, and the time is now to walk in that plan, to walk in your purpose.
So good.
Absolutely beautiful, brother. Well, thanks so much for doing this.
Just gotta ruin it with some-
I'm going to zoom in so close on that, dude.
That's the thumbnail.
I appreciate you making the time, bro. I'm just crashing your place here at 10:50 at night on a Wednesday.
We don't have much going on here. We're working on it.
That's not true.
It's a work in progress.
It's a work in progress.
Our house is being sanctified.
As are we, brother. But I love you, bro. Thanks for hanging.
Never had a bad day, man.
Never have.
Never had a bad pod.
Elijah,
Should
you're
we
the
do a
man.
group dap to end the pod?
Oh, yes. Here we go.
I'm gonna put your boys on tag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We out.